Please be seated. I declare this congregation for the celebration of our graduates open. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to your graduation ceremony. It is really wonderful to welcome you all here in person at long last. I am Professor Wiebe van der Hoek, the Executive Pro-Vice Chancellor for the Faculty of Science and Engineering. And I want to say firstly what a tremendous privilege and a pleasure it is to be here with you today as we celebrate this important milestone in your lives, together with your families and fellow students and all those who have supported you on your journey to graduating from the University of Liverpool. I have been in exactly the position you are in today, not as a student at this university, but as a student graduating in the 80s. And of course, it was not the same position. It was in a different country. Graduations in the Netherlands are not of the same grandeur as in the UK. But also, globally, you are a member of a cohort who have battled and won unprecedented challenges, to which I will return to in a minute. Your graduation ceremony is a day to celebrate and to reflect. And if my memory serves me correctly, it is also a day of very mixed emotions. I remember feeling both relieved and proud to have completed my studies, sad that this chapter of my life at university had come to an end, and both excited and nervous about the future and what it had in store for me. For you, of course, it has been very different because you have been students at a time like no other in history. Students in universities all over the country, and indeed all around the world, have been hit hard by the disruption to their education that the COVID-19 pandemic has caused. The pandemic is the reason that your graduation ceremony has been delayed until now, when you are already in the first stages of your career, or perhaps you are continuing with your studies. The pandemic has meant that your university experience, in particular your final year, has been different to what you had imagined and expected. Your experience and well-being are always at the forefront of our decision-making, and over the past 2 years, we have had to carefully consider and balance so many decisions around your teaching arrangements and your safety on campus. I know it was not easy for you. I know that you have had long days and sleepless nights and difficult times, exacerbated by these unique global circumstances. While COVID-19 has devastated and divided people and continues to do so, it has shown the best of human spirit too. Our university prides itself on facing the problems of society and putting our hands up to say we can help with them. During your time here as a student in the School of Electrical Engineering, Electronics and Computer Science, you have benefited from the most cutting-edge teaching within facilities that include practical engineering laboratories. These facilities have helped your lecturers train you to be well prepared for your chosen career, with the skills and qualities required for the 21st century. And you, in turn, have demonstrated the practical application of your skills. For example, from students producing PPE on 3D printers, where there was a global shortage during the early days of the pandemic, to undertaking internships at Sensor City, Liverpool's global hub for sensor technology, and through specialist teaching and paid work placements, helping to address the shortage of artificial intelligence and data specialists joining the UK workforce. Your professional career will undoubtedly be challenging, but also fast-paced, valued and interesting, and you will work in unique environments. You will always be in demand, and the skills you have gained during your studies here will always be transferable if you want them to be. These skills will prove invaluable foundation at your shape your career and future professional decisions. But whatever career path you choose to follow, one thing is for sure. Every single one of you here today has shown remarkable spirit and dedication. You have persevered in circumstances like no other students before you, with dedication, resilience, and flexibility, and you are well prepared for the future. You didn't do it alone, though. No doubt there have been many lonely and even scary times for you in the past 2 years. You did it supporting one another and being supported by your lecturers and tutors here in the university. And of course, by your families and friends. And we in the university, and here I speak for the whole university, the faculty and your tutors, and especially Professor Katie Atkinson, Dean of the School of Electrical Engineering, Electronics and Computer Science, and presenting officer for this graduation ceremony, we are all immensely proud of the manner in which you have conducted yourselves. We are inspired by you and by what you have achieved. Today is a day to enjoy a return to this great city and for you and your guests to receive a warm welcome from your university. We hope that the city of Liverpool will always feel like home whenever you return. You may have chosen to stay here and make the city your home, or you may have already called it home before you joined us at the university. But we hope that whatever your relationship with the city, that it is a place where you have made friends and memories which will last a lifetime. And as graduates of this university, you will all know that Liverpool's world-famous musical history is a particular point of pride for everyone who lives here. It may even have been one of the reasons you became interested in studying here. One way or another, music is a reason so many people visit Liverpool every year and why they hold the city close to their hearts. Dare I say it, music is almost as important to the city as football. And on a musical note, this wonderful venue where we are seated today will provide current and future students with the opportunity to perform, learn about and experience all aspects of the music industry, from organizing the performances and artist liaison to programming and technical arrangements. It also feels like the particularly appropriate location for graduation ceremonies, as the architectural design team behind this new building, the Yoko Ono Lennon Center, are in fact University of Liverpool alumni. And I'm delighted to say that you are among the very first of our students to have your ceremonies here, in the center's magnificent lecture theaters. Graduation, now that it's finally here, is all about you, your achievements and your personal successes here at the University of Liverpool. It's a day to look forward to the future and to feel excited about your aspirations and career or future study plans. Most of all, it's a day to celebrate everything you have achieved and to enjoy this moment with your loved ones, with those you have studied alongside and with those you have learned so much from. The pandemic has made us truly appreciate our loved ones and the experiences and memories we make together. I hope today that you will find a moment to thank them for their support and personal sacrifice, and to thank your lecturers and teachers who have provided you with so much support and guidance on your path to graduation. Your capacity to think critically and challenge honestly, forged by the teaching staff, your classmates and our community, will help you to prepare for whatever comes next. This is your well-earned opportunity to take a moment and consider just how far you have come. One thing we've all learned from the past 2 years is that we never know what the future holds. Things will, very likely, change in your chosen professional careers, but some things won't change for you. I'll flag up just 3. First, the need to be a lifelong learner. Just as you have been during the pandemic and for the rest of your career, the need to commit yourself to always being curious and to asking questions and to always striving to do things better. And just as you should always be a learner, you should also always be a teacher. Pass on your skills and experience to your colleagues, and to the next generations of students. The second is the need to support one another as friends, as colleagues, and as professionals during your careers. And finally, never forget why you wanted to pursue your chosen academic discipline. It will take dedication, tenacity, and above all, talent, passion, and belief to pursue it professionally. But remember that these are all qualities that you have displayed in abundance during your time at the University of Liverpool. And your most difficult of experiences will shape how you deal with challenges and setbacks in the future, as well as teaching you to grasp opportunities. And all of this, I have no doubt, will enable you to enjoy your work and your chosen career. Knowing that you enjoy how you make your living is a great way to start the day. Our university has a long, successful history of graduating inspiring, great students who go on to achieve great things. Our 9 Nobel laureates have led the way in fields as diverse as the life cycle of the malarial parasites to nuclear disarmament. You have now joined this talented international alumni community, and you are, and will always be, a fundamental, important part of our University of Liverpool family. Our alumni community supports our students in many ways. Some of you may have personally experienced this while studying here, from delivering lectures and workshops to running alumni networks, offering work placements and mentoring. We hope that, like so many of our alumni, you will stay in touch with us and help guide and support our future students and broaden their horizons through your own experiences. It is through you that we are known. You are our greatest ambassadors, and through your achievements and the careers you will go on to have, you will also become role models and an important source of inspiration to the next generation of graduates. The university has community and civic mission running throughout our rich history. To this day, we remain committed to this important civic mission in the city of Liverpool and to our role as an anchor institution here. We continue to make real economic, social, health, employment, and cultural contributions to this great and unique city. We are a university that takes immense pride in equality of opportunity and in delivering projects and activities which widen access for students who are traditionally underrepresented in higher education. Learners from low participation neighborhoods, care leavers, disabled students, estranged students, adult learners, asylum-seeking and refugee students, and students from minority ethnic backgrounds. Knowledge should be celebrated, discussed and debated, and it should be accessible to all. It is through the discussion and dissemination of ideas and knowledge that society is shaped. Our aim is to inspire, engage and enable every single one of our students to fulfill their potential by raising their awareness, challenging barriers and providing opportunities. Our Victoria building, the red brick building with the clock tower, is now a beautiful and iconic gallery and museum, and as a student here, you will have walked past a plaque, perhaps daily, fixed to the wall, which reads, "For the advancement of learning and ennoblement of life." This is a motto that continues to guide us to this day, in all that we do. I will make an educated guess, based on many years of attending graduation ceremonies here, that you are planning to, or have already posted for, a graduation photograph in front of our Victoria building today. Am I right? This beautiful and iconic red brick gallery and museum towers over campus and serves as our most recognizable backdrop in many hundreds of social media posts during graduation. The ordinary bricks and terracotta dressings selected for the Gothic exterior of the Victoria building led to the coining of the phrase Red Brick University by Bruce Truscott, the pseudonym adopted by Edgar Alison Pierce, a professor of Spanish at Liverpool from 1922 to 1952, who wrote an influential book on the same title about universities originating in the 19th century. Indeed, we are and always will be the original Redbrick University, and in turn, you will always be Liverpool originals. You have advanced your learning, and you have and will continue to ennoble life. You have been stretched to think beyond the textbook, lecture theatre, and performance space, and you have been encouraged to apply that knowledge to the world around you. Your University of Liverpool education has enabled you to realize just how far you can go and provided you with the skills you need to get there. Never forget how important you are to our university. You are the beating heart of our institution. Without you, the university would be nothing but classrooms and lecture halls. When we work together, the university is a place where discoveries are made, ideas are formed, friendships are forged, career paths are decided on, and lives are changed. It is when we work together as staff and students that education is truly transformational. We thank you for all you have done in your time here, and we all wish you good luck and every success in the future. Thank you. I now invite Professor Katie Atkinson, Chair and Dean of the School of Electrical Engineering, Electronics and Computer Science, to present the graduates from our class of 2021.
Pro-Vice-Chancellor, it gives me tremendous pleasure to present to you the following graduates from the class of 2021. James George Edward Robinson. Perry Howell. Luke Christopher Shaw-Jones. Oliver Horton. Andrew Petros Joseph Georgiou. Harry George Oliver. Victor Andres del Milagro Hidalgo Rivas. Daniel Royden. Ryan Anderson. Thomas Griffiths. Zhong Gao. Daniel Hampson. Robert William Finch Hatton Mason. Leonidas Liasis. Luke Anthony Campbell. Joseph Owen Williamson. Jack James Collins. Rory Fitkin. Jasper Allen Havenhand. Mohammed Ahmed Anwar Ahmed. Shankar Pankania. Olayemi John Olabisi. Gabrielle Papula. Hei Chen. David Robert Jackson. Kieran Jacob Baker. Callum Harry Busatil Goodfellow. Ewan Thomas Johnson. Dao Zhengku. Sam Oliver McParland. Angela Berisha. Matthew Jatin Nesu. Benjamin Hardwick. Saad Alajlan. Tingrui Zhang. Aris Christou. Zoltan Istvan Shalevsky. Alice Maria Toda. Meghna Kaur Mangat. Erin Johnston. Callum Smith. Daniel Judge. Orestes Vasilikos. Christina Grandia. Oliver Edward Ross Fenwick. Tyler Kenneth Bunsey. Yasin Osman Noor. Nathan Jack Bromley. Lynn Panley. Yasmin Cooper. Gideon Gyamfi. Martino Mancino. David Prentice Edwards Parish. James Telford. Peng Cheng Jin. Jingdian Mei. Lu Li. Wenjia Wang. Xu Ya Wen. Charles Trafford. Wenge Xu. Jack Roach. Philip James Beattie. Rupesh Silwal. Alexander Joseph Dunn. Robert Krzysztof Zafaricic. Alexander Elian. George Christie Davies. Tasbia Chauhan. Anton Kowalewski. Louise Ellen Wiley. Shania Korbishley. Tia Frances Lohman. Wai Ching Oscar Wong. William Grant Ian Cooper. Reza Garuni. William Batten. Armin Bandili. Callum Murphy. Daniel Philip Stevens. Alexandros Vasilokostas. Sybil Laubina. Camilla Belen Chavez Robledo. Glenn Griffiths. Zakira Ali. Laura Hulley. Franco Kirinicic. Meti Pavlov Marinov. Gregory Newman Smith. Andrew Philip Whistlecroft. Alexandra Arnold Lafourner. Thomas Bestick. Kieran Howell. Charles Foster. Uber Ferenc Benzar. Kian Dylan Hogg. Mona Jadane. Nimrod Kingston. Kawa Kadak. Anuo Luwapu Abraham Akinyera. Ellen O'Hanlon. Jordan Duhan Clulo. Lachlan Smith. Olivia Adams. Joseph Rogers. Kishore Nepal. Oliver Legg. Stephen Harold Johnston. Matthias Pfister. Niamh Gallagher. Tameka Clark-Joseph. Jehan Ulake. Jehan. Nahim Udin. Jingji Yu. Kehinda Oluwadamilola Joseph Jimo. Wu Lu. Oluwaseyi Akintunde Oni. Stephen Joshua Mitchell Kerwin. Rizang Sun. Changao. Kamsi Okafor. Yi Pu. Chen Yu. And Jan Anthony Clare.
I would now like to invite Olivia Adams to join us on stage to reflect on their student experience.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, friends, family and fellow graduates of 2020, it's an honour to speak before you today and share my experience of being a student at the University of Liverpool. I would like to begin by congratulating my fellow graduates. Despite the difficulties we faced, we did it, and today we can finally celebrate together. Initially, when being asked to do this speech, I was horrified, if I'm being honest. I've never been one for public speaking, or sometimes even speaking full stop. Anyone who knows me can vouch for that. However, despite that initial horror, I felt an immense sense of gratitude and pride to be given the privilege of standing before you all today. And if my experience at uni taught me anything, it's that I can achieve things that seem unattainable. For me, coming to Liverpool for university was extremely meaningful, with it being the city my mum is from. I've always felt deeply connected to the city, with family rooted here, and it being where so many of my fond childhood memories took place. Whether it be going down to the corner shop on Egbert Road with my granddad to get pick and mix, playing on the stepping stones at Sefton Park, or getting fish and chips from Steve's. While I always felt at home in Liverpool, after living in the city and getting to know it as an adult, I feel a different connection to it. A feeling that it's now also my city, not just where my family is from. Beginning my journey into adulthood in a city that means so much to me was an opportunity that I will always cherish. Although it was a shock to learn but will always make me laugh, that I wasn't the first in my family to experience the joys of the Raz, with my mum and her siblings going 30 or 40 years ago. Looking back on university, the thing that stands out the most are the nights spent in Harold Cohen, stressing for deadlines. I remember my first all-nighter in Harold Cohen trying to finish a Haskell assignment, and also my last all-nighter there trying to complete some portion of my dissertation. Did I write this speech during an all-nighter? You guys can be the judge of that. Despite being in a familiar city and having my family close by to support me, I personally found university quite difficult, both academically and socially. Going from an all-girls school to studying in a male-dominated subject was daunting, and I found it quite isolating. I began to get imposter syndrome, doubting whether I should or whether I deserved to be there, not wanting to ask for help with the fear of being deemed incompetent, and not believing I deserved a high mark when I got it. We all feel this way at times. I'm even feeling it right now. Why did I get asked to do this speech? But it's horrible because that mindset then makes you feel more isolated. On a night out at another university during second year, I saw in their student union a poster for their uni's Women in STEM Society. I can't fully explain why, but seeing that advertisement instantly made me happy. It made me feel welcome, like I deserved to be there, and I thought that's what I want people to feel like at Liverpool. So I made the decision to create off university's Women in STEM Society with the aim of creating an inclusive space where students felt welcome and celebrated. I met a lot of wonderful girls at the society from a range of STEM subjects, some of whom I believe will be lifelong friends. Not only did we create a space where students could meet other like-minded individuals and feel celebrated, but we also ran outreach sessions with various schools around Merseyside and hosted fundraising events. In third year, as president of the society, I worked with the School of Electrical Engineering, Electronics and Computer Sciences Athena Swan Committee in their efforts to make the school more inclusive. I'd like to thank them for their work. It goes without saying we had an unfortunate end to our time at university, with the first lockdown coming into place just a few weeks before our last lectures. Having to do finals during a pandemic was a very weird experience, exam stress with the uncertainties and anxiety of everything that comes with COVID. Additionally, we were unable to see our friends and classmates for one last time to celebrate the end of the journey and say goodbye. This is why today is such an important day. We get to see friends and classmates we may not have seen in years, and we have to make sure we get 2 years' worth of celebrating packed into one day. Of course, we need to celebrate ourselves today and our own achievements, but I'd like to take time to acknowledge and thank our lecturers and the university staff who supported us, taught us, and who I'm sure had just as stressful a time, if not more, during the last few months of our degrees. Thank you as well to our friends and family for encouraging us and supporting us through our ups and downs. We really couldn't have done it without you guys. To my fellow graduates, we worked hard to be here today. We should be proud of all we've achieved and recognise our hard work. Thank you for the opportunity and good luck with your future plans, whatever they may be.
Olivia, thanks so much for sharing your experiences with us. That it is the city of Liverpool is not only a city where your family is from, but that it feels like your city. That you used your imposter syndrome, triggered by your experience of being a girl in a male-dominated subject, to then create our university Women in STEM Society, means that you leave a legacy with us in the same way I hope we did the other way around. It's nice of you to thank the university staff for this support. And can I just ask everybody here to join you in thanks for all the family, all the friends and staff who helped you come where you are today, through a round of applause. I declare this congregation for the celebration of our graduates closed. Salva sit universitas nostra, quod precantus consurgamus.
Graduates and guests, please stand.